Hey everyone, welcome back to the session.
What day is it now? Day 3? Sweet. We are past the hump and cruising right toward the finale.
I have just one more session after this, and I'm honestly stoked because today is the kind of episode that is bread and butter for me.
This is my daily workflow, the stuff I actually use to turn long conversations into snackable content that performs well. It is super practical, has lots of knobs and shortcuts, and I've changed a few things that save me tons of time. Katie, how are you doing? Doing great. Honestly, yesterday was wild. The creative stuff with images and video was my favorite part. But this session today will help people make a real impact.
Totally. Yesterday was kind of a playground with fun, experimental stuff you can do with imagery and motion.
Today is different. It is tactical. We are talking editing, repurposing, and a lot of the how-to, focusing on what to cut, what to keep, and why some clips work on TikTok versus LinkedIn. The goal is how to get your content out without burning your entire week on the process. If you make long-form video and you want it to actually drive reach, this is absolutely the session for you. Quick housekeeping for anyone who is just joining us now. This is part of a short workshop series. If you missed day 1 or 2, please do not panic because replays are available for you. We have a worksheet and extra resources that you can grab. We will drop the link in the chat shortly. Also, we have a giveaway happening and a secret word for bonus entries, so make sure you stay tuned for that part. One note that some folks ran into is that if you are entering the giveaway, VPNs can sometimes mess with the entry system. If something fails on your end, just try turning that VPN off completely. Okay, let us dive right into the core topic. At a high level, if you do any kind of video at all, the transcript-first approach is absolutely the way to go. For me, everything starts with a solid transcript. I upload the raw footage as soon as it is done, get it transcribed, and then I treat that transcript like a standard document. I can highlight, I can move things, I can delete, and I can rearrange sections, and then the media just follows that structure. That specific workflow changed absolutely everything for me. A lot of tools out there claim to be all-in-one solutions, and some of them are genuinely great. For example, Descript is brilliant at transcript-based editing where you edit the words and the video and audio update automatically. It is an amazing way to stop scrubbing through those long timelines and start thinking more like a writer. It has been a stable part of my tech stack for many years now. But here's the crucial thing to understand. The tools you stack up depend entirely on your specific goals. Descript is fantastic for hands-on editing, like removing those pesky filler words. It is also great for regenerating short phrases or doing precise multitrack fixes when a guest accidentally bumps a microphone or lets out a cough. However, when you are trying to scale your output, when you have a whole library of episodes, and you want daily vertical clips posted across every platform without constantly babysitting the process, that is when a different class of AI tooling becomes an absolute lifesaver. This is precisely where a tool like Vizard fits into the entire workflow. Before you immediately start changing apps, let me be absolutely clear. You still need a good, clean transcript no matter what. Whether you use Descript, Rev, or even YouTube's auto captions, the text itself is the most crucial key. Most of the AI clipping and repurposing tools rely heavily on that text to find the precise moments that genuinely resonate with an audience. Having clean transcripts makes everything much easier. Creating social captions, discovering the best clips, generating repurposing prompts, and all the related tasks. So here's the hybrid workflow that actually gets me from a raw hour-long show all the way to a full week's worth of posts without any panic setting in. Step 1 is to record with ISO tracks whenever it is possible for you. I personally use eCam for streaming and recording because it spits out separate audio and video files for every single participant. That ISO output means you can individually fix a guest's audio or swap camera angles without messing up the entire mix later on. Step 2 involves uploading those files to a transcript-first editor like Descript, which is absolutely perfect for this part. Let that software transcribe everything. And then you do a fast pass to remove obvious filler words and mark sections that are definitely worth clipping. The final action here is to create one clean master composition based on your edits. Then, duplicate that master composition immediately, so you always have a reliable fallback copy to return to. Trust me, you will be thanking yourself later for creating that instant safety net. Step 3 is to export or pipe that clean transcript and video directly into an auto-clipping AI program like Vizard. This is the stage where the heavy automation truly shines and takes over the difficult work. Instead of manually hunting for those highly shareable moments, Vizard's auto-editing viral clips identifies the high-potential segments automatically. It turns those moments, the punchlines, the strong opinions, and the emotional beats, into clips that are ready to be posted right away. Why is this specific step so incredibly powerful for creators? Because it completely frees you from that tedious manual scavenger hunt that used to eat up so many hours of your time. You no longer have to scrub through hours of footage just to find those perfect 30 to 90 second nuggets. The AI proactively surfaces those clips, ranks them by their likely performance score, and can even apply a standard layout template,
This ensures the resulting clip is completely post-ready straight out of the automation process. Now, before you start to get suspicious, no, this technology will not create fake quotes for you. It uses your existing transcript and engagement signals to intelligently pick parts that are already present in your raw footage. As a side note, some platforms allow you to regenerate voice snippets, which is useful for fixing a single mispronounced word. But ethically and legally, replacing a guest's actual words with a generated voice requires their explicit permission. So please, do not ever make a guest say something that they did not actually say in the original recording. Let us get back to the specifics of the workflow now. Once Vizard generates those candidate clips, you still have the ability to review them and make quick tweaks. Maybe you want to tighten up a slight pause, or add dynamic captions, or swap the crop to perfect portrait mode for TikTok. Vizard's integrated content calendar then lets you schedule those clips across multiple social channels from one single user interface. You simply set the posting frequency, pick the optimal times, and the AI will handle the auto-scheduling task for you. This level of automation is absolutely golden when you need consistent posting, but simply do not have the time to micromanage daily uploads. Let us briefly compare these tools to give you some clarity on where they fit. Descript remains your excellent editor and transcript studio, perfect for those very surgical, precise fixes and fine-tuned edits. Traditional NLEs like Premiere or Final Cut are unbeatable for complex storytelling and heavy color grading tasks, but they are inherently slower for mass repurposing. Meanwhile, Vizard is not trying to replace those core editors. It is specifically designed to reduce the friction between your long video and the resulting 100 social clips. If you are a creator whose main focus is distribution velocity, Vizard offers you unique features that the others simply do not have. This includes automated viral clip detection, integrated scheduling, and a fully functional content calendar all in one spot. Here are some practical tips that I live by every single day in my own process. Keep 2 different master versions of your final output. One highly edited audio version for podcast platforms, and one lightly edited video master for all repurposing efforts. Audio-only edits allow you to be much more ruthless with your cuts because you do not have to worry about any jarring jump cuts being visible to the viewer. Do not overuse the automated remove filler words buttons in your video edits. Remember that in video, every single cut is visible to the viewer. Tightening up unnecessary pauses is good editing practice, but making the speech sound completely robotic is never the goal. Human pacing and natural rhythm absolutely still matter in the final product. Always utilize those multitrack ISO recordings whenever possible. If one guest's microphone starts getting noisy, you can solo and clean up just that one track instead of sacrificing the quality of the entire conversation. Your custom templates and layout packs are going to become your absolute best friend for speed. Build a small set of 3 to 5 short-form layouts, like a portrait talking head or a caption-heavy quote card, and just reuse them consistently. This practice speeds up your final exports and keeps your overall brand looking totally consistent across the board. For immediate audio cleanup, studio mode plugins are helpful. But if someone's original audio is truly bad, sometimes re-recording a short voiceover for just that clip is faster. When it comes to sourcing B-roll footage, short animated backgrounds, and a couple of branded intro and outro stingers save significant time. Some editing tools can actually generate 5 seconds of relevant B-roll automatically, so use that for quick filler or necessary transitions. Here's a small hardware tip. Small elements make a huge difference in your daily editing time. A good thumb-scrolling mouse or a dedicated edit console will dramatically speed up navigation, which isn't flashy but saves hours over the long haul. A few more features worth calling out that have completely changed my day-to-day editing experience. Automated chaptering and timestamps are fantastic for boosting your YouTube SEO performance. If you are producing those long-form shows, automated chapters save you the absolute hassle of manually inputting every single timestamp. Clip discovery and cold open detection are great because the AI can find your episode's absolute best hooks instantly. It surfaces those perfect moments that you would use as a cold open without you ever having to search for them. Batch resizing and cropping is another huge time saver, letting you take one clip and auto-generate the square, vertical, and widescreen versions with captions all at once. This gives you instant multi-platform assets ready to go live across all your properties. I want to offer one small cautionary note regarding synthetic media. AI avatars and synthetic speakers can look cool in a short demo reel, but they often feel uncanny in real, long-form content. If you are going to use synthetic voices or avatars, please be tasteful and completely transparent about it with your audience. For the vast majority of creators, using authentic clips from real conversations performs significantly better overall. All right, if I had to summarize the actual end-to-end flow in one single sentence, this is it. Capture multitrack ISO audio and video. Transcribe and clean everything in a transcript-first editor for maximum accuracy, then use a specialized auto-clipping and scheduling tool to finally scale your distribution. Descript gives you that surgical control over the source material, whereas Vizard gives you the sheer scale and the scheduling automation necessary to turn one long episode into weeks of posts without all the manual busy work. Next, we are going to jump into a live demonstration where I will show you exactly how this looks from end to end. We will cover uploading those ISO files, creating the multi-track composition, running a clean pass on the transcript, and letting the AI find the best clips. I will show you tweaking a couple of the top picks and then scheduling them directly across your social platforms. If you are someone who previously thought video editing was only reserved for professional editors, hang tight because these tools make it highly approachable. And even if you already edit heavily with Premiere or Final Cut, this workflow can still save you significant time on the repurposing layer. That repurposing layer is usually what eats up the most hours in a creator's week. Before we dive into the demo, let us tackle a few quick questions from the live chat. Yes, you absolutely can capture screen shares within eCam and successfully bring those into this entire workflow. Yes, the auto-generated captions from platforms are decent, but they are never perfect, so you should always clean up a transcript for the highest quality captions. And yes, we will definitely talk about how to create compelling thumbnails in a separate deep dive session, because thumbnails are truly their own unique art form. All right, let us roll right into the demo now, and I will physically show you how I go from a raw file folder to a full week's worth of posts in under 60 minutes. Stick with me through this next segment, and I will also share a few extra tips for keeping that human rhythm while still letting the AI do the heavy lifting for you.